Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life. Because the Mets are raining summer and fall. Knocking those home runs from these times where everybody's coming down to meet the NETS Mets of New York. Of New York.
Hey, welcome everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice, and this is your Thanksgiving game. It's a Subway Series game between the Yankees and the Mets at Yankee Stadium. We're using Ballscore. We're using Stratomatic. And mostly we're using Advanced. We're going to get started right away. I'll give you the quick lineups. This is a 2015 game. Mets are, I'll tell you what their record is, 10-8 after 18 games. This is the 19th game of the season. I only keep records for, of course, for the team that I'm replaying. Mets were 90-72, so I'm not doing as good as I should. But they actually got off to a really strong start in 2015, and I think they were about 12 or 12 and 8 or 6. No, I'm sorry, they were like 12-4 or something like that, 12-6 or something to that effect. Anyway, it's going to be Curtis Granderson leading off. He's playing right field. Juan Lagares in center field. You got Lucas Duda, the first baseman, batting third. Batting fourth is Michael Kadire in left field. Daniel Murphy, the second baseman. Eric Campbell, the third baseman. Wilmer Flores, the shortstop. Danny Munoz, the DH. Batting eighth and batting ninth is Kevin Plawecki. The catcher, Darno is down, and both Wright and Darno are down. So they're down and out. You got Eric Campbell covering for Wright at third base, and then you got Plawecki and Recker covering for Darno at catcher. Those are the two main guys that are injured right now. So the Mets deal with a lot of injuries, but I also believe there were a couple other injuries. I think it was Wheeler was out and Matz. They were both injured, I believe, in 2015 during this period. They will show up eventually, I think. I don't know if I don't know that Wheeler does, but Matz definitely does. So I'm gonna get started. Nathan Eovaldi is on the mound for the Yankees. And here's the pitch. It's going to be a 4-5 against a lefty. A 4-5 is a ground ball shortstop X. And that's Gregorius at short. And we roll an 18. That's a ball he picks up, fires to first, and that's one away. So I do know some. So basically this is G. I have my keyboard. Let me put my keyboard up here. There we go. It's 6-3, so I know some of it already. I know, so I've memorized a little bit of it. Now, American League games, this is an American League game pretty much, and it goes very much faster than the National League games because of all the substitutions. I don't have to worry about that, so it goes pretty fast. 4-9 against a righty this time. That's going to be a split die. One is a triple. Otherwise, it's a single for Lagares, and it's going to be line, base hit, cut off, and Lagares is on with a single. And that's A1. Now, Lagares has a 16-6 in parentheses, so we're going to roll to see if we can get he has a 4 or 5 to get a lead, 16-6 after that. Eovaldi's a -5, so we're not even going to try it. Just notice that. So we're going to stay put at first base. Roll 1 to see if maybe a potential wild pitch, and he's got an 11 wild pitch rating. We rolled a 1, so we're going to roll again, and it's an 11, and he spikes a fastball, and that sends Lagares to second base. You go up here, it says wild pitch, advances to second, yes. So happy Thanksgiving, happy Dead Bird Day. So again, we're going to roll the. All right, it's going to be a 4-9 this time against and that ball is driven over the center fielder's head, and that's going to roll to the wall. Chasing after it is I believe. Oh, no, wait. I think it's Young. Young may be out there. And that looks like Young, and that's going to score Juan Lagares. So it's an RBI double for Lucas Duda. Mets are up 1-0. All right, that's 10. Here goes. That's a 5-10 against a righty. A 5-10 against a righty is a ballpark single. And here at Yankee Stadium, for lefties have big advantages. So it's 1-4. for a single here. We roll a 17, so that's line out to the shortstop. A line out to the shortstop is there we go. All right, Daniel Murphy with 2 outs. Mets are up 1-0, top of the first. And that's a 1-7 off Murphy's card against a righty. 1-7 is a ground ball to the second baseman. It's going to be a fielder's choice. He's going to flip to the shortstop covering, so that's going to be 4-6. Oh, no, there's a man on second. Cancel this. Let's do this again. So it's got to be a ground out. So that's basically a G ground out. And that's going to retire the side. So the ball score flips us to the next page, our scorebook. Hey there, Philip Reynolds. How are you, brother? Game on. Yankees Mets Subway Series, New York, 2015. Mets made it to the World Series, so I'm doing something positive with them. I struggled through the 1979 replay where I believe I'm going to lose 100 games. I still got 3 weeks to go. Got to get back to that. I will. I'll get back to it. Brett Gardner's going to lead it off. I'll give you the lineup for the Yankees. Brett Gardner's in left. He's still with the Yankees, by the way. Chris Young is in center field batting second. Alex Rodriguez, DH. Mark Teixeira. Both these guys are at the end of their careers. Carlos Beltran, right field, another one at the end. This Yankee year really kind of, I don't know, it took a lot out of me. It demoralized me as a Yankee fan. It was just, Chase Headley, horrible player, batting sixth and playing third base. John Ryan Murphy, the catcher, batting seventh. Stephen Drew, another horrible player, playing second base and batting eighth. And then Didi Gregorius replacing the one and only Derek Jeter at shortstop. Here's the roll. The pitch from John Neese. And that's going to be a 1-5. A 1-5 off Neese, the lefty. 1-5 is a K. Strikeout. Strikes out Brett Gardner. OBS, what is that, Philip? I don't know what OBS is, brother. 3.38. So again, off a lefty, 3.8. And that's popped up, and that's going to be shortstop calling for it. Flores. Let's say 6. Pop up 6. Alex Rodriguez now with 2 outs. That's another 1-6 against the lefty. That's a K, and that retires the side. So high heat gets Rodriguez, and we go to the top of the second inning. Somebody was talking about Grand Slam baseball today on one of the forums. I couldn't find it anywhere. There was just one link to Grand Slam baseball. It came out in 1980, I believe, with the 79 season. Eric Campbell, that's a 3-7. 3-7, that's ball 4. So Eric Campbell's going to walk. He's on at first. Next is Wilmer Flores. Oh, we got to roll the 1 to see what happens there. Nope. It's going to be a 3-9er on Wilmer Flores. The 3-9 is, hard hit ground ball right to shortstop Gregorius. He flips to Drew at second, back to first, 6-4-3, double play. 6-4-3, double play. 2 outs. Danny Munoz. And he's a switch hitter, so he's batting lefty. So that's going to be a 5-11. A 5-11 is a K. So Eovaldi blows it by Munoz, and that retires the side. Yankees in the bottom of the second. Teixeira, Beltran, and Headley. Here's a pitch from Neese. And that's going to be a 1-5, and that's ball 4. So Teixeira walks. And that's a 1. So that could be a wild pitch, but on Neese's card is only a 1. So I would have to roll 2 consecutive 1s, and I do. Wild pitch. Holy smokes. That's unusual. All right, Beltran is at the plate. Here's the pitch. He's a switch hitter. So he's batting righty against Neese. That's a winning a 1-8. A 1-8 is a sky-high fly ball to center field. Lagares under it makes the catch. One away. And that's going to be a 5-9 against switch hitter Chase Headley. He's batting righty, 5-9. It's going to be a K, strike 3. And that's 2 outs. Gives you the outs up here. You see, I don't know if you can see this. Oh, yeah, the scoreboard's right there. Gives you the outs. It tells you the record, the team's record, and so on. John Ryan Murphy. John Ryan Murphy was a 277 batter and 155 at bats. So he had a pretty good backup season. He was backup for McCann in 2015 for the Yankees. So this is all about learning the history of the teams. I love that about going back and doing these replays. Looking at the players who were there and their stories. So it's going to be a 1-6 versus a lefty, and that's going to be a ball that's driven to the left field corner. And out there is Kadire going to score. We're going to have a tie game here, and that's going to be a double, a 2-out double for John Ryan Murphy, and that scores Mark Teixeira. So it's 1-1 now here in the bottom of the second. It's Stephen Drew, left-hander. And that's going to be a 5-6 against a left-hander, 5-6, and that's a ground ball second base. Murph up with it, and he throws him out 4-3. That's going to retire the side. But Yanks pick up a run. Big double by John Ryan Murphy. Ties the ball game at 1. We go to top of the third. Nathan Eovaldi against Kevin Plawecki. Last man in the order. It's a 5-6, and that's a line drive. Base hit to right. So Plawecki goes the opposite way and singles off of Nathan Eovaldi. So Plawecki's on at first. He's definitely no threat to go anywhere. So we need not worry about that at all. And that's going to be Curtis Granderson, left-handed batter, steps into the box. It's going to be a 4-3. That's a fly ball, right field X. Yankee right fielder is Carlos Beltran. He's a 5E5. So that should hopefully that drops in for the Mets. A 5E5. Holy smokes. He's not a very good outfielder at all. So let's roll one die, see what happens. That's an 18. 18 is a single. Runner advances 2 bases. So we got first and third now. It's a ball that Beltran just misjudged, totally misjudged, and it kind of dropped in front of him. And looked like he didn't see it there for a minute. It was ugly. Let me just put it to you that way. Very ugly. Next is Juan Lagares. Nobody out, runs on first and third. It feels back, way too early to bring it in. It's 2-6 against Neoval. 2-6 is a ground ball, third base B. So that's going to be a fielder's choice, but that's going to allow and there's a little fielder's choice spot here that you hit, and it's going to be a 5-4 fielder's choice, and that's going to allow a run to score. Wait. I had a mistake here. Well, you know how I'm going to fix it? I'm just going to make them score from second base. I should have moved them to second base, and I didn't. I'm not going to go back and do all that. So I'm just going to leave it, let them score from second base, and there you go. So there's a fielder's choice. There's 1 out. 1 run scores, so he should get an RBI. I don't see that he got an RBI here. Why did he not get an RBI? That's weird. Runs scored. Let me take a quick picture. Let me go back and fix this. Let me see if the story changes. Let me take a quick picture of it so I can remember what it was, what happened. All right, this is how I'm going to fix it. I'm going to go back. I'm going to undo. I'm going to undo the fielder's choice and get back to the single. Undo the fielder's choice. So yes, undo. Then I'm going to undo it. Okay, then I'm going to undo the next one, which is a single. It drops in front of Beltran. I undo the single. There you go. So now I'm going to redo the single. So here's a single. He's going to advance 2 bases. This is what I didn't do before. Advance to third. There you go. All right. Then it was first and third. Then what happens here? Let me look at the picture. Yeah, okay, then it's going to be a 5-4 fielder's choice. This is where there should be an RBI. And I don't know why it's not. So the out is at second. It's going to be a 5-4. Runner scores. There he goes. Now he gets the RBI. Okay. I guess it didn't give him credit for the RBI since he scored from second. That was weird. Anyway, okay, so it's 2-1. Mets have retaken the lead, 2-1 here in the top of the third. It's Lucas Duda. Now, Lucas Duda was injured in August for a while. He had 471 at bats, hit 27 home runs, and batted 244. Not too shabby. He had 66 walks. On base percentage of 352. Lucas Duda. So that was their team. Now, by the middle end of 2016, they're going to move him. They're actually going to move a lot of players. Once they're not in contention in 2016, they start moving a lot of guys. All right, here's the pitch to Lucas Duda. That's a 6-11 against a lefty. 6-11 is a fly ball left field B. We got runners on first, so that's going to be a out. And left field, I believe, is U. And let me double check that. Yep, I'm learning the hotkeys. And then here I just go there. All right, so there's 2 outs. And it's going to be Michael Gadire. Gadire lined out in his first at bat. Here's the pitch from Eovaldi. And that's a 2-8. A 2-8 is a comebacker to Eovaldi. Snatches it, throws to first, 1-3. And that, my friend, retires aside. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 2-1 Mets. Let's go Mets. We're doing everything we can for the Mets to win this. But John Neese is on the mound. So far, this is the third game of the series, and we split the series. We won the first game, and then the Yanks won the second game. It's going to be a 5-8 against a righty, Gregorio Petit. I actually have the wrong player in there. Wait a second. What did I do? Steven Drew shouldn't be in there at all. Got the wrong lineup. So I'm going to have to I'm going to remove him. Let me see how I can do this. Edit, undo, remove batter from lineup. Slot. No. Edit, player, and insert double, remove batter from lineup, slot 1, slot 2, slot 3. It doesn't help me at all. Edit pitching list. Huh. All right, let's look at the lineup here. Let's see. Let's remove Steven Drew. Let's see what happens when I do that. And let's input a guy named Gregorio Petit, which I don't believe I even have written in here. He was the one in the lineup this day. So I'm going to add a player to the roster. And I'm going to do Petit or Petit, however you want to pronounce it. And it's Gregorio. And he's a righty, so that's it. He's in there now. I'm going to save roster. And now we're going to get Gregorio Petit, and we're going to put him in there in that spot. And he's going to be the second baseman. And we're going to save it. And that's it. We did it. Now, what does the box score look like? That's my question now. Are both players going to be in there or just one? Just one. All right. Wow, that worked out well. So I'm kind of learning this a little bit. So we're going to just say Petit grounded out for the sake of history. And now where's Didi? Didi Gregorius. Let's see where Didi Gregorius is. Gregorio Petit. Steven Drew's out of there. There he is. Okay, now I got Didi Gregorius. He's up. He's a left-handed batter against Neese. That's going to be a 2-4. So against Neese, a 2-4 is a fly ball to left field. And Kadire moving towards the line, makes the catch for out number 1. Next is Brett Gardner. Gardner struck out in his first at bat. That's a 3-11. 3-11 is a ground ball, second base. Murphy over to Duda, 4-3, 2-away. And then it's Chris Young. Chris Young popped up to the shortstop. That's a 6-7. Chris Young's a righty. 6-7 is a ground ball through the left side into left field. So that's a single, a 2-out single for Chris Young. Next is Alex Rodriguez. Alex Rodriguez at the end of his career. He batted .250 with 33 home runs. That was the last decent year, I think, that he had. But those weren't his real career numbers. I mean, he used to bat .350 and hit 33 home runs. So had 86 RBIs. So still a decent season. So let's see what happens. Got a lot of power. So let's say 3-9 against a lefty. 3-9 against a lefty is a swing and a miss, and he goes down on strikes. That retires the side. We go to Mets. We are replaying the 2015 game early in the season, April 26th, I believe it is. Doesn't say the date anywhere here that I can see. All right, so it's going to be Danny Murphy. And the he's a left-handed batter. That's a 6-6, and that's a line drive to right, and that falls in front of the right fielder Beltran. So Murph's on with a single. Next is Eric Campbell, and that's a 2-7. 2-7 is a hard hit ground ball right at the shortstop, and that's Gregorius. He's going to flip to Pettit, back to first. In time, 6-4-3 double play, 2 outs, just like that. Those double plays are killers, man. They're killers. Wilmer Flores. We are in the top of the 4th. It's 2-1 Mets. That's a 2-10, and that's a ground ball to Pettit. He throws over to Teixeira, and that retires the side, 4-3. We go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Close game. A little bit of a pitcher's duel, if you will. I hate to say that because then it'll be over. All right, so here goes. It's Mark Teixeira. He's a switch hitter facing John Neese. Let me tell you a little bit about John Neese. John Neese, a left-hander, was 9-10 with a 4.13 ERA and 29 starts with the Mets in 2015. This will be a 2-7. 2-7, and that's going to be a split die. 1-5 is a double. Otherwise, it's a beautiful catch in center field by Lagares. And Lagares stretches out and makes the catch. Ran it down in right center field. Nice catch by Lagares. 1 away. Next is Carlos Beltran. That's a 2-8, and that's a strikeout. So the high heat gets Beltran. Headley. That's a 5-11 against a switch hitter bang righty. 5-11 is a fly ball left X. Now, Kadire is a 4. We rolled a 15. I don't know if we're going to catch that. And he doesn't get there. Drops in front of him for a single. So range is a big factor, in terms of what goes on in the ball game. Huge factor. All right, so there's a runner on first, 2 outs. Got to roll the 20-side dive. And that's going to be a 3-4. A 3-4. Let me see. That's John Ryan versus a lefty. A 3-4 is going to be a comebacker. Neese grabs it, feels his position, throws him out. 1-3, retires the side. We go to the Mets in the top of the 5th inning. It's moving along. I expect this game to go pretty fast. I had a 2-hour-and-a-half game, and then I finished it in 20 innings on a Flores home run the other day. Holy smokes! You can find that. That was nuts. And I struggled with that because I was one time I had this idea of doing a marathon. Like playing 48 hours straight, something like that. But I'll tell you, after this 2.5 hour game, I couldn't think straight anymore. It was like I didn't know how to play. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to look. It was weird. So it really wore me down. So I have more respect for it. So now I'm playing 3 innings sometimes or 6 innings and then taking a break, depending on how I feel and coming back to it. All right, Nathan Eovaldi's on the mound. He's a right-handed batter. Let me tell you a little bit about him here. He was 14-3 with a 4.20 ERA and 20 starts. So wow, he had a good winning percentage. Anyway, he's going to face Danny Munoz. He's a switch hitter, and that's going to be a 1-6, and that's K. Munoz goes down swinging. Kevin Plawecki, and that's a 1-4, and that's going to be a ground ball to Gregorius. Up with it, fires the first, gets him 2 away. 2-1 Mets here in the top of the 5th, and it's a 4, so that's going to be off the pitcher. He's a lefty. Curtis Granderson's a lefty, a 4-5, and that's a hard hit ground ball at the shortstop, but there's an X, so I have to roll. That's an 8. I may have to check. Now, Gregorius is rated as a 1, yes, so I'm going to have to check his error rating and see what happens here. His error rating is a 14, so I may get lucky and maybe get somebody on base. A 14, that's an 11. A 14 on an 11 is an out, so Gregorius handles that easily. 6-3, so that's an OG. And we flip over to the next side of the scorebook and the Yankees. Yankees are going to be Pettit, Didi Gregorius, and Brett Gardner. John Neese, the lefty. John Neese's point of weakness is 6th inning, so we're not there yet. And for Eovaldi, it's the 5th inning, so he's there. So I got to keep an eye out on that. 3-8 against a lefty, a 3-8, and that's ball 4. That's not what we want to do. We don't want to walk the leadoff batter when we're only up by 1. So Didi Gregorius is going to bunt. And that's a 12. Oh, that may be a double play. So Didi Gregorius squares the bunt, and that may end up being a double play. He's a B bunter. And that's a 12. And it's going to be a batter pops out into a double play. Lead runner is out. Other runners hold. So this is a tricky one here. This is a tricky one to actually score. So if you know anything about ball score, so I'm going to go into the out area. And then it says ground ball out, double play out, fly ball, double play out. And then it gives me choices. You see, and the runner is going to be the runner is out at first. So I don't know how to score this. So he pops up to the catcher, I believe. Let me see what it says. He says B, pops out into a double play, lead runner is out. Other runners hold. Oh, batter pops out to the catcher. So batter pops out to the catcher. You know what? I'm going to try to do this a different way. I don't know. All right, let's get the pop-up. So the pop-up, foul out, line out, pop-up to the catcher. Runner is going to be out at first. Okay, so then it's a assist. No, it's a put out. So it's a put out for the catcher. An assist for the catcher. Fires to first. And he's out at first. So that's an assist for the catcher. And then a put out for you can say, second baseman, who was covering first on the bunt. See what happens. See if everything works. Select runner who was put out advancing. Runner on first. Select the players to credit with participation in double play. Oh, boy. That's it. Let's see. Oh, man. I think it put in 3 outs. Let me go back. This is a tricky one. Yeah, it made 3 outs. All right, so I got to undo that whole thing now. Let me undo it. Quick out, P2. All right, let's try this a different way. All right, so let me do the P2. Let's see. Pop 2. and then runner out at first. Put out catcher. Assist catcher. Put out second base. Let me try this again. I think the same thing's going to happen. It's going to give me 3 outs, and it does. It keeps on doing that. So I have to figure this out a different way. All right, so put out double play. Let me go back. It's giving me 3 outs. Undo. All right, so let me try this. Let me try run. Runner. Let's see. Advanced runner without a. No, that's too. Fielder's choice. Fly ball double play. Out at second, but it still doesn't give me a chance to do this. So let me do a pop-up. All right, let me just do simple. Let me keep it simple here. Let me do the pop-up. And then runner stays at first. And now I'm going to go there, and I'm going to pick off this runner somehow. I don't know how. I put the X there and I hit Control 9, and that's going to allow me to do something with this runner, I think. It's caught stealing, wild pitch, pass ball, balk, fielder's choice, picked off base. There you go. No, that didn't work. That did not work, I don't think. Oh, wait. No, didn't work. All right, let's try this again. Anybody, you're watching me struggle to figure this out. Edit box score. This is not what I wanted to happen. Select the line drive double play. Batter out and sacrifice hit. Sacrifice fly. All right, let's see. Change runners outs. Select place runner. Sign error, toggle on and run. You insert pitcher, walk, advanced runner without batter involvement. All right, so let me go back here. I'm going to try this a different way. Oh, boy. I should have the pop-up. I have the pop-up. So I undid that. You know what? Just to get through this, I think I'm just going to pick a, and it doesn't give me a 2. Oh, Jesus, batter, safe, ground ball, double plays, cancel, out, ground ball, double play, spectator interference, sacrifice hit, offensive illegal actions, fly ball, generic strikeout, batted ball out. All right. So if I put a fly ball double play, it doesn't allow me to pick. Let me try again, fly ball double play. That's a ground ball double play. Hold on. All right, fly ball double play. Let me see if I do this, it'll let me adjust what the story is. Runner out at second. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna put a put out by the catcher. I'm gonna change this. Put out by the catcher. An assist to the catcher. And then a put out by the second baseman who tags him. And that could be second between first and second, gets in the rundown. because this is the simplest way I have to do this. All right. So now I have a double play, and I'm still in the inning. Wow. I'm sorry, guys. So I just kind of, this is how you got to work this out. As you can see, there's certain issues, and the more you play it, the more you learn it, you kind of figure it out how it works. All right, that's a 5-11 now. Up is Brett Gardner. He's a lefty. 5-11 is a fly ball left field X. Again, we have an X. We rolled a 10. We're gonna have to look onto. We're gonna have to look onto Kadire. Kadire is a E7, an E7 in left field. So let's see what happens. We roll an 8. An 8 is a fly ball that's caught in left field, and that's going to retire the side. F. There you go. All right. So that retires the side. And it's the top of the 6th now. Well, I'm sorry. That took a long time. I realize that. But if you want to learn a little bit about Ballscore, you can kind of see how what it's going to be like as you try to learn it. There's a learning curve, definitely. I feel much more comfortable with it. I struggle with it. Nathan Eovaldi against Lagares, Juan Lagares. Lagares is 1 for 2. That's going to be a 5-6, and that's a line drive base hit through the hole into right field. And in right field is Beltran. He plays it on a hop, but Lagares is on it first. Lucas Duda now. Lucas Duda has good power. Let's see what happens. All right, that's a 2-5. A 2-5 is a swing and miss, strike 3. So Duda strikes out. Michael Kadire. That's going to be a 5-10. Kadire's a righty. 5-10 is a fly ball. Potentially 1-4 would be it's a ballpark single. And nope, it's a line drive to the shortstop. Line drive to the shortstop. That's 2 outs. And next is Daniel Murphy. Daniel Murphy's 1 for 2. And it's a 5-6. 5-6 is a line drive base hit center field for Murphy. And hustling to third is Lagares. Runners on first and third and 2 outs now against Eovaldi. So Eovaldi gave up so far 2 hits, and he's past his point of weakness basically in terms of 5 innings. So he gives up 1 more base runner here. He'll be in his point of weakness, and then the dot, the bullet, will be a hit. So we better start getting some action in the Yankee bullpen. Eric Campbell. Oh, it's a 2, so that's a potential, let's see, a 3. That's a potential balk, but he has no balk, so nothing there. Try it again. All right, it's a 3-3 against a righty. A 3-3 is, again, a ballpark single against by a righty, which is 1-4. So let's see what we roll, and we roll a 16. So that's going to be line and caught by Gregorius, and that's going to retire the side. L6 if you're scoring at home. Everybody stays put as the line out is the 3rd out of the inning. So now we go to the bottom of the 6th. So the Mets are aware that this is the 6th inning, and this is where point of weakness starts taking effect. It's going to be a 5-8 against a righty. A 5-8 is a ground ball second base X. Now Murph's not very good. That's a 10. We're going to have to check Murph because I know that 10 does not qualify for an out. E15. So we're going to roll on E15. We're going to double check that 10. E15, that's an 8. And that's going to be a ball that Murph does get to, barely, bobbles it, and throws out Young for out number 1. Next is Alex Rodriguez. And that's going to be a 4-11. And that's going to be a ground ball right at the third baseman, Campbell. He fires the first, 5-3, gets Rodriguez. And now it's Mark Teixeira, who's walked, flied out to center. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. That's going to be a 4-11. He's a switch hitter batting righty. 4-11 is a ground ball third base. Up with it is Campbell, fires the first, and that retires the side. Good inning, 3 up, 3 down for John Neese. And we still got both starters in there. See if I can get them through 7 innings, because that'll make my life much easier. I don't have to mess around with a lot of cards. Wilmer Flores, he's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. And that's 2-11. 2-11, that's foul out. That's a foul out this time. And that's, who is that? John Ryan Murphy throws his mask away. Makes the catch. 1 down. Danny Munoz. And that's a 5-10. He's batting lefty, 5-10, and that's ball 4. So Munoz walks. He's on at first. Not going to let me see if I can roll a 3 here for him to get a lead. Nope. All right. Kevin Plawecki with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Oh, and that's a 3-9 against a righty. A 3-9 is strike 3. And that's 2 outs. Curtis Granderson's 1 for 3. He's singled. Back in the 3rd. He's a left-handed batter, 17. That's not going to do anything. 3-5. 3-5 is a ball 4. So Granderson manages a walk. Now that's going to be it. 2 walks and 2 singles in the previous inning. So he's at his point of weakness. We're going to give him 1 batter at his point of weakness. 1 batter. I should make that like a house rule, because make that a house rule. All right, here goes. First, and Mets are up 2-1. There's 2 outs in this inning. Runners on first and second. And it's Juan Lagares. That's going to be a 1-5 against a righty. 1-5 is strike 3. Eovaldi blows it by Granderson, and that retires the side. So we did the right thing by giving him that last batter. He'll be out next inning. Neese is another one who's at his point of weakness. Potential. 5-9er against a switch hitter batting right. So 5-9 is a strikeout. So that was Carlos Beltran. Is blown away by the Neese fastball. Next is Chase Headley. And he's a switch hitter again, batting righty. That's going to be a 4-11. A 4-11 is a ground ball, third base, Campbell. Cross the diamond. 2 away. And now it's John Ryan Murphy. A 1-9er. A 1-9er is strike 3. Neese blows it by Murphy. And that's 6 in a row retired by Neese. We go to the top of the 8th. We can have a new pitcher for the Yanks. In a close game, we're going to try to keep it close. In a close game, we're going to bring in somebody who they were bringing in, a guy named Chris Martin. Well, this is a lefty. Let's see if we can have a lefty on. Yeah, we have a guy named Justin Wilson who's going to come in. He's actually a Met now, and he had a really good season. I'm using Deep Drive. I'm going to play a couple of Deep Drive games later today. Hey, who's there? Alan Shaw. How you doing? Happy Thanksgiving, guy. Happy Dead Bird Day. You can see, Alan. You can see how I'm doing. I'm learning the hotkeys slowly but surely. All right, we got Lucas Duda. We got a new pitcher, so I'm going to go up here to the left and click on new pitcher, and it's going to be Wilson, Justin Wilson. And he does not bat because of the American League, so that's pretty easy. Changes have been detected to your defense. Would you like to use the lineup manager now? I guess. I don't understand what changes were detected to my defense. Let me see what that's talking about. Justin Wilson. Everything's in order, so I don't understand what they're talking about. All right. Changes have been detected to your defense. Would you like to use the lineup manager now? I guess I got to put in Wilson there. That's weird. I didn't have to do that yesterday. Wait, he would go here, right? Wilson would go there. Double click. The position you select already appears in the lineup. All right. So then I'm just going to close this. I think everything's good. Let's check the box score. Let's check the box score and see. Yeah, Wilson's in there, and he's on. I see he's in the defense. He's in there, so he's good. Everything's good. All right. I don't know why they're warning me. All right, Lucas Duda against Justin Wilson. Mets need an insurance run. It's 2-1 Mets. That's going to be 3-11. 3-11 is a comebacker to Wilson, and he flips to Teixeira. 1-3, 1 out here in the top of the eighth. Michael Kadire. And it's 6-10. So Kadire's card, so that's going to be off the pitcher. He's a righty. 6-10 is going to be a fly ball center field X. Now, the center fielder for the Yanks in this game is Chris Young, who's a 3-E2. A 3-E2, so let's see what happens. That's a 12. So that's a 12, and we're going to have to roll on an E2, which probably won't be an error unless you roll something really wacky. And that's a ball that he runs down and makes a catch on. So that would be a 0, I believe it's a 0 V. All right, an OV, rather. Okay, Daniel Murphy with a runner on first. No, with nobody on. Oh, I'll have to roll that. Nobody's on. All right, it's 5-10 against the lefty, 5-10. And that's a ballpark 1-10 single, I believe. Lefty, and we roll a 19. So that's line and caught by second baseman. 0-4. All right, we flip over to the bottom of the eighth. And man, Nice is having a crazy, crazy day. So he's doing a heck of a job. So I'm thinking, do I go one more inning with him? Because he's doing really, really well. Gregorio Petit. And that's a 5-10. And that's a catcher X. So we roll a 9. And our catcher's Plawecki. Plawecki's a 2. He's a 2 catcher, so what do we roll? A 9? 2-9. We have to roll on his error rating. And Plawecki's error rating is an E1. So probably won't see an error here on this. That's a 9. And that's a ball that he gets to, picks up, fires to first for the first out. 2-3. You know, in Status Pro, that happens like twice a game. Balls to the catcher. 2-7. That's off Didi Gregorius' card. He's up with 1 out here in the bottom of the eighth. And he's facing a lefty, so it's a 2-7. That's a strike 3. So Gregorius strikes out. Nice, again, having a great inning. He's retired 9, 10, 11. He's retired 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 in a row. And that's a 3-7. Against Gardner facing a lefty, a 3-7 is a fly ball. Shallow left field running in. Is Kadire? Is he going to get there? Yes. Great catch by Kadire. And that retires the side. So Nice is baffling the Yankee hitters. And Wilson's in there for his second inning. You know what? I have all righties. So I'm going to bring in a new pitcher. It's going to be Chris Martin. Let me see. New pitcher, Martin does not bat. Chris Martin does not bat. He's good. He's in there. I don't know why it's giving me that, because everything's okay. I look at my defense. Let me look at my defense. Chris Martin's a pitcher, so there's absolutely no problem there. And I look at my box score. Keeps on giving me that warning, and the box score has the right pitcher, and has him in the defense's post. So I don't know what that is. All right, Eric Campbell. What happened? If you bring in a pinch hitter in and he stays in the game, it doesn't seem always set him in the defense. So you have to go in and set it in the. Well, I'm not bringing any pinch hitters because the pitchers aren't batting. And if I do bring in a pinch hitter, it'll be for a fielder, Alan. So I don't think there should be a problem. You're saying if you bring a pinch hitter in and he stays in the game, it doesn't always set him in the defense. So you have to go, okay, all right. I just don't know why it's telling me that when I didn't do that. And I did the same thing in yesterday's game, and it didn't tell me, give me that warning. That's weird. All right, so it's Chris Martin. Chris Martin pitched in these games. He's a little bit wild. He's got wild pitch 20. No balks. A hold +6. So if anybody gets on, they're going to be going. Let's see, Eric Campbell. And that's a 4.10 against a righty. A 4.10 against a righty is a ballpark potential. 1 to 4 is a 7. So that's line and caught by the shortstop. L6. 1 away. Wilmer Flores, another right-handed batter. So Chris Martin was brought in to face all these righties. And that's going to be a 4.10 against another righty. A 4.10 is another ballpark single possibility. And we roll a 3. Line drive base hit to left for Flores. So there's a runner on base. Now Flores is he doesn't steal any bases. All right, so we're not even going to worry about that. We're going to roll 1 to see if there's a wild pitch. Danny Munoz up. And that's going to be a 3-6 against a righty. 3-6. And that's a strikeout. Strike 3. 2 outs. Curveball gets him. And it's Kevin Plawecki. 0-1. So this is a potential. Well, this is a wild pitch. So that's going to move. He spikes a fastball into the dirt, and it rolls to the wall. And John Ryan Murphy retrieves it quickly to avoid Flores from going to third base. So now there's a runner in scoring position. And here's the pitch to Plawecki. That's going to be a 3-6. 3-6 is strike 3. High cheese. Oh, what is that? High cheese gets him. And that takes us to the bottom of the ninth. 2-1. Mets are up. Now, one guy gets on base. I mean, Nice has been a monster. I cannot pull him at this point. He's retired 9, 10, 11 in a row. If he lets one guy on, I bring in Familia. Let's check out Familia. Where is he? He had a monster season in 2015. I'm talking about monster. Let me tell you what monster means. That means like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Okay, he was the motivation for that. All right, he was 2-2 with a 1.85 ERA, 43 saves. Yeah, he struck out 86 and 78 innings. He allowed only 6 home runs, which is pretty high actually. For 6, I guess in 300 innings he would have allowed about 20 home runs. Not too bad, but he had a 1.85 ERA, so he's waiting in the wings. One guy gets on. We're going to be good to Nice. This may be the only complete game I have all year. So it's Chris Young, Alex Rodriguez, and Mark Teixeira. We want to avoid the home run. Now Yankee Stadium is a home run ballpark, folks. It's 1-16 on the diamond shot. That's it, 1-16, whether you're a lefty or righty. So, let's see what happens. So that's a 2-6. That's going to be, we're looking at Chris's Young card against a lefty. A 2-6 is going to be a 1-6 split die single. So let's roll, and we roll a 2. So that's a ground ball up the middle and through into center field. And that's not good. That puts the tying run on base. The tying run is on base now. And Chris Young runs well. Let me see if I can get a lead for Chris Young. But that's going to be it. We're going to bring in Familia. That's it for Nice. So we're going to move this over a little bit. We're going to bring in a new pitcher. And it's going to be Familia. Where is he? Don't hide. He does not bat. Okay. You see, this time it didn't tell me about there's been a change. That's weird. I don't understand that. That's strange. Let me look at the RLM for. Huh. Wait a second. I went to the wrong place. RLM for. I don't know. It's just Nathan Navalny's still in there, but I have the right guy on defense. I just don't understand it. Let's see. See, I got the right pitcher in there. All right, bottom of the ninth. Familia's in there now. Familia has a pretty good card. Take a peek at it. Can you see? Can't see it, but let me see if I get a light on it. There we go. Pretty good card. A lot of strikeouts in the 5 against righties in the 5 and the 6. Some hits against righties in the 4. Some hits against in both righties and lefties. You want to avoid the 4 column with Familia. All right, so it's Jerry Familia facing Chris Young's at first, Alex Rodriguez, Teixeira, and then it's going to be Carlos Beltran. So, man, that's a big history there, man. A lot of home runs in those guys over a long period of time. All right, so let's go roll one, see if everything's good. He's not going to try to steal because, well, I'm going to try to see if I can roll. Just let's just see what happens. He's a -3 and -2 for a hold. That'll be a 10. Yeah, he's not going to try to steal. All right, too many power hitters coming up. Here's Alex Rodriguez. That's a 2-6 off Rodriguez card. A 2-6 is strike 3. Familia blows it by Alex Rodriguez. Now a terrible announcer, horrible announcer. Gives me the shakes. I convulse when I hear him talk and try to explain the game to me. All right, Mark Teixeira, switch hitter. Now Teixeira in 2015 had 31 home runs and a 255 average. Holy smokes! Yanks only had 86 wins though. I guess it was their pitching. It's always their pitching. They're pitching in Yankee Stadium. I don't think you can get any pitcher to have a good season in Yankee Stadium. All right, so Jerry Familia is on the mound, and he's going to face Mark Teixeira batting from the left side. So against lefties, it's a right-handed pitcher. Holy smokes, got a lot of home runs against righty pitchers in the 2 slot, in the 2 column. Want to avoid that 2 column. Here's a roll. Runner on first, we're going to have to roll 1 die. Runner on first, 1 out. It's 2-1 Mets. All right, that's a 111. A 111 against a righty is ball 4. Holy smokes. You don't want that to happen. Now you got first and second. Now the go-ahead run, the winning run, is actually on base. And you have Carlos Beltran. He's a switch hitter. He's going to be batting from the left side. Batting from the left side. So the more times we roll, the more trouble we may get into. Roll 1 die. 17. All right, here goes. Jerry Familia facing Carlos Beltran. And that's going to be a 110 against a righty. A 110 is popped up in the infield. High fly to the left side. And that's Flores calling everybody off. And he makes the catch. So it's a 6 here on the hotkeys. Everybody stays. Everybody stays. We got runners on first and second. 2 outs now. Mets are 1 out away from winning this game and improving their record to 11-8. Let's see what happens. Chase Headley. I don't want this guy to beat me because I hate him. He was like a nightmare. He was here. I'm going to roll 1 to see if there's a wild pitch. Nope, 16. All right, Chase Headley, another switch hitter. He's going to be batting from the left side against Familia. I just don't want to roll what. Chase Headley didn't have a good season. I'll tell you about Chase Headley. They gave him a whole season, 600 at bats, had 11 home runs. Yeah, that's the type of season here. And he was a 30 home run guy with San Diego. All right, it's the bottom of the ninth. There's 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Jerry Familia on the mound for the Mets. Mets are up. Let's see if they can hold on. And that's going to be a 1-4 against a right-handed batter, and that's a comebacker. Familia snags it, takes a few steps towards third, flips it to first base, and that's the ball game, folks. The Mets win it. Holy smokes, that was a great game. That was an exciting game, and the Mets won. They improved their record to 11-8. Right, the Mets. Let's look at the box score real quick. There's the box score. You can see that. Granderson 1 for 3. Lagares had a good day. He had 2 hits and drove in a run. Duda drove in a run, and that's all the Mets needed. Young had 2 hits. Headley had a hit. Murphy the catcher had a hit. And let's go down here a little bit. Double. Duda had his 3rd double. Murphy hit his 1st double, and that's weird. Duda had his 10th RBI. Lagares his 5th. Murphy his 1st. That's weird as well. Oh no, this is John Ryan Murphy. Excuse me, John Ryan Murphy. That's the thing with the box score. It doesn't give you his initial. Yeah, it's not R. Daniel Murphy. All right, so Nice went 8 innings. He's going to get the win. Wow, he's got a really good ERA, 190. Familia came in. He has a high ERA, but he got the save. Eovaldi's going to take the loss. He pitched very well. 7 hits, only 2 earned runs, struck out 5. Wilson had an inning. Martin had an inning. And wild pitches, Nice and Martin and Eovaldi. So we had 3 wild pitches in this game. All right, so I'm going to go over here now. I'm going to show you how to close out the game. You go into File. You go to End Game. It's going to tell me who gets the win. Nice gets the win. Familia gets the save. I don't know why the program should do this automatically. I don't know why I have to do it, but it's okay. This was a game played on Sunday, April 26th. So I'm going to press OK now. That takes me. Do you save your scorebook? Yes, save my scorebook with the date and everything. Now I got to go and I got to export everything. Export directly to Ballstat. Yep, to New York Mets. And then again, I go up here, and now I export the Yankee information. Export add Gregorius. Yep. And that's going to be it. And it says, yeah, save current scorebook to disk. Yes, I have all my, and there it goes. So that's all she wrote for Ballscore. So if I'm going to set up my next game, whatever that's going to be. I got to look and see who the Mets play next. But that's exciting. That was a great game. I had a blast. Now I'm going to take a break now. It's Thanksgiving, so I'm going to say hello to the family. I think they came in to talk to me, but they saw me streaming, so they were like, "Oh, he's streaming. Not going to bother him." Mets 2015 schedule. I want to see who the Mets are playing next. I'm looking forward to seeing Bart Colon pitch again, and also DeGrom. I have fun watching them pitch or rolling as they pitch. That was 3 games with Atlanta. Now we're going to go to Miami. We're going to play Miami for 3 games in Miami. So we're in New York. Then we're going to come back to Washington, 4 games with the Nationals. So that's going to be good. I played Miami already, so I have all the cards set up. I don't have to create any cards for them, hopefully. And let me see who pitches in that first game, April 27th against Miami. It's going to be Mets are going to pitch Dylan G against Jared Cozart. So it's Dylan G against Jared Cozart. And I can start looking for that already. I'm going to put the Yankees away. So that was fun, playing the Subway Series. I had a blast there. It's temperamental sometimes. You're funny, Alan. That's true. Just like me, I'm temperamental sometimes as well. Let me see. Let's see what kind of changes in the Mets lineup. I play actual lineups. I'm using Baseball Reference on my phone. Granderson, Lagares, the same lineup that we just played, except Dylan G's in the lineup. So let me grab Dylan G real quick. And Dylan G. And that's it. That's all I got to do for the Mets. Now for the Marlins, I got to track them down. got to track down the Marlins and set them up. But they had murderers row with Stanton, Ozuna, Real Muto, and Yelich. Yelich won't be playing this game, so that's a big advantage for the Mets. And we're going to go against Jared Cozart. He wasn't very good. So that's it. Well, I could set up the game real quick. So I go to game setup. Current discard, yes, current book. This one's going to be on the 27th, so I'm going to fix that. The game on the 27th, let me double check. Yep, and that's okay. So now it's going to say load roster. So I'm going to load the roster. It's going to take me to where I have all my rosters saved. I'm going to go to the Marlins. Open. All right, then I'm going to look to load lineup. I'm going to take a lineup for Cozart. So I got a Cozart lineup, but I'm going to have to change it a bit. Prado's batting second. So I'm going to put Prado batting second and playing third base. So double click on third base, and that says position you select already appears in the lineup. Yes. Yes. All right, so then it's Giancarlo Stanton, Ozuna, and Morse. Ozuna will go here, and Ozuna plays center field. Double click that. It's going to say that. It's going to say that. He's in there. Mike Morse is already fifth. JT Realmuto is sixth. He's playing catcher. Seventh is going to be Ichiro Suzuki. And Ichiro today is going to play left field. He plays in left field. Batting eighth is Echevarria. And batting ninth is Jared Cozart. And I'm going to go down to the bottom to make sure there's nobody in there, and that's it. So I'm going to save this lineup. And I'm going to say okay. And good. So now I got it all set up. Right? And I'm going to go to the bottom half. And I'm going to hit the RLM. I'm going to go to load roster, same steps. Go to Mets this time. Oh, wait. I made a mistake. I already made a mistake. Let me see if I could fix this. Flip. You must enter a name for the team. Wait a second. What does flip mean? Hold on a second. Let me see. Because I put the Mets as the home team. So let me go back. This is the Mets are the away team. So I'm going to have to load roster. Mets this time. I'll line up with same lineup as yesterday. I don't know if I saved it though. I'll load lineup. I don't know if I don't know if I saved it. Pretty sure I didn't save it. Yeah, it has a DH and everything. All right, so I got to make some changes here. Let me load a different lineup. Let me load up a lineup that's not a Yankee lineup right here, because this is the National League. Oh wait, what happened? Let me go back. So let me make some changes here. I got to get rid of Dylan G. Oh wait, what did I say? Dylan G is in there. Okay, that works. All right, but then I have to Plawecki is ninth, and I have Plawecki as eighth. So I got to get Plawecki is there. He's a catcher. He's coming in there. All right, so he's eighth. Next is Wilmer Flores. Then it's Campbell. Campbell should be here. Murphy is fifth. Let me get Murphy in there fifth. I'm clicking on the wrong spot. Who's sixth? Eric Campbell. Murphy's going to be fifth. The Murphy's fifth. Oh, what happened there, Murph? Okay, should be good. Now let me click OK. All right. Number of actual batters does not. Let me do this again. Murphy, second base. Wait a second. Got to put Murphy there. All right, Murphy's there. I got an open spot, the 7th spot. This is what's slowing me down here. The 7th spot is Wilmer Flores. Where's Flores? He's not even in the game anymore. All right, so you got to put Flores in the 7th spot. Flores, he's the shortstop. Terrible shortstop, by the way. Then I'm going to save this lineup. Then I'm going to go. All right, now I fixed it. Top of the 1st. Oh, I got Mayberry. Mayberry shouldn't be at the top. It should be Granderson. Let me go back. Let me go Granderson. Let me go left field, right field. All right, Granderson, Lagares. Granderson, Lagares, Duda, Kadire, Murphy, Eric Campbell, Wilmer Flores, Plawecki, and Dylan G. Let me make sure there's nobody in here batting. Nope. Should look good. Save lineup. It already exists. Okay, so not have to worry about it. There it is. Done. Now I'm going to go next one, and I got to do the whole thing over again. Hit the RLM, load roster. This time I'm going to load the Marlins. They're at home. Load lineup, Cozart lineup. And I think this should be good because I think I just created this lineup. I believe I just created it. So, yeah, because I saved it. So Gordon, Martin, Giancarlo Stanton, Marcelo Zuna, batting 4th, batting 5th is Mike Morse, Real Muto, Suzuki, Echevarria, Cozart. So I'm ready for my next game. Ready to roll, green, everything's good. All right, guys, this is CP Cards and Dice, and I'm saying goodbye. I will be back with more ball games later, and tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday. I always enjoy streaming these games and having you guys, also, if you want to learn Ballscore, you can kind of follow how I do it, and you have to have patience with it. You have to learn the buttons and learn the hotkeys and all that. So take it easy, but it's fun. It's kind of cool. It's a different device to continue playing our hobby, our favorite hobby. And that's it for now. So this is CP Cards and Dice saying I'll see you later. Take care. Let's win it.